Hey guys, Alex from 7th Hour Films back again with Prison Break, as I just spat on my own self. Last time on Prison Break we had Alan, which was not a guy named Alan. I was going to make any sort of a reference, but literally every person named Alan just sort of blanked out of my mind. No, it was more about the screw. Basically, the whole episode was Michael trying to get a screw so he could use it as a bolt to get into his sink toilet. However, that was also going on with a race riot that was about to happen, and Michael had to basically choose a side in order to get the screw. And there was a lot of turmoil, but at the end, he did get it. Spent a whole episode getting that screw. But he did get it. Meanwhile, Veronica... What was her name, right? I think, yeah, it was Veronica. Yeah, why does that not sound right? I don't know. Pretty sure it's Veronica. She is working on Lincoln's case and seeing if anyone did actually set him up, and it's looking like there are some secret dudes in suits that are doing that. More than just the dudes in suits we have been seeing, there's apparently something even bigger going on. So, yeah. And according to Lincoln himself, he did not kill the vice president's brother. So, yeah. That was basically that. This is where I say no spoilers in the comments whatsoever, and we should just go ahead and get right into this episode of Prison Break. Here we go.
Why do you want to see Burroughs so bad anyhow?
Because he's my brother.
Oh, you guys also informed me that the reason they have different last names is that they take one of their parents' names. I think Michael's name, Schofield, is his mother's name, and Burroughs is their father's name. You can correct me if I got that backwards, but...
Someone from Fibonacci.
Who was this someone?
Oh god, that's right, I forgot about this!
Oh my god, Williams, get in here!
Yeah, they actually...
What the hell happened?
They did that.
I thought you said you were going to have a conversation with
Nah.
Yeah, I did. Things escalated.
He's a tough bastard. He took it, which means he ain't talking. He's legit about it, not talking then. Oh, shit.
What happened?
Nothing.
This isn't nothing, Michael. I need you to tell me what happened.
Don't make me lie to you.
Nah. Fuck, that's gotta suck so much. Jesus. I like the detail that he's sweating. Yeah, he's probably gonna be horrible for a while.
If we don't get him on board, there's not going to be any digging in that cell. If there's no digging in that cell, then there's no escape.
Okay, then. So they need Sucre. Ah, fuck. I'm very aware of my toes right now.
About your body. God, I've been thinking about your body.
Hello?
Mrs. Zagallo. Hi, how you doing? It's me, Fernando.
A great job, man.
Sorry to bother you at home, but, you know what's up with Mari Cruz's cell phone? It just keeps going straight to voicemail.
Maybe she has it turned off?
Any chance you know where she is?
I know exactly where she is.
Ain't gonna tell you.
LB.
If you were a decent man and you really loved her, you'd let her live her life.
What's that supposed to mean?
I mean,
I'll tell her you called.
well, that's something, I guess. I don't know. I mean, yeah, he's in here for 16 months, but it's not the worst arrangement, honestly. Well, what the hell? How did he get that?
I call it the gutter.
Gih.
Jam it up there in the stomach.
That's pretty
These
bad.
bits right here hook the intestines. You give it a pullback.
Letitia,
Letitia Barris.
how'd you know?
A year ago, I was doing exactly what you're doing.
Nah.
Trying to find out the truth.
Ah.
It's a bottomless pit, Veronica.
It is Veronica.
They designed it that way, so that...
And to give you a real good idea where that anger of yours will get you if you don't rein it in, I'm signing you up for the Scared Straight program at Fox River.
No.
You'll have a mentor who you'll work with weekly, give you a little perspective.
A mentor?
Your father.
Huh.
A cell phone in here? That's cardinal sin number 1.
Where did he
They can
get
back
that?
2 years until your bid automatic.
If they catch you.
Man, you know what kind of trouble I can get for just knowing what I know? Now that means you can make calls whenever you want, right?
Yeah, that could be of use to him. That door probably shouldn't be open.
Hello?
She was going to leave. Oh!
You move a muscle.
Okay, well, that could be worse. Thought she was gonna be dead. Is he telling? I don't know if he's telling.
Cell phones allowed in here? Who? Outside. Know a con named Sucre?
Crap. Lincoln.
This is.
Yeah, you won't crack.
Cut off 2 toes and you
Perhaps you
didn't
should
say
consider
anything.
using a different methodology than John. What news?
We're going to stay with Uncle Philly at the lake for a few weeks.
Oh, shit.
Have a good time.
Aw.
You're right,
Yeah,
John.
doesn't need bodily
you're right.
harm. Maybe this is still part of Michael's plan.
Werner, your transfer came in. They want you in administration.
Did he give up the
didn't fall.
conjugals? This was a test.
All I gotta say is I better get to make all the calls I want.
That was a test, and he passed!
Gonna be kind of hard.
Soap?
It was a fake, that makes sense.
I lost my conjugals over soap? You dig in my cell while I'm there, and I'm gonna split your wig. ¿Me está entendiendo?
Give him time, he'll come around.
Where are you going?
I'm gonna have a smoke.
Look, this is only gonna take me a minute.
So the smoke.
Nah. I wouldn't go anywhere else.
In here, though, you face your fear, you open that door, and there's 100 more doors behind it. And the monsters that are hiding behind them are all real.
If
Yeah.
you want, I could recommend you be sent to ADSEC.
With the rape victims and the snitches.
Nah.
It would keep you safe.
Thanks. But I think I'd like to face the monsters on my own.
If you insist, man.
Letitia.
Where is she? Was she taken or did she just bail? Okay, I think she's taken.
Pain is not the answer here. Maybe the Beatles were right after all. Maybe all you need is love.
Okay. It'd be interesting if Abruzzi...
Got an
Oh, hey!
issue with
I
a
was just about to say.
It's time I lit up that leather once and for all.
Oh!
Talks too much.
Alright, not really a team up.
You and I need to have a conversation.
Okay. Why bring in Teabag?
I've been going about this whole thing the wrong way.
He's trying to
Make
gain...
amends here.
Trying to gain Michael as an ally. Excuse me.
You're a mercurial man, John.
I prefer bold.
Nah. He's trying to make amends to get the information.
Tell me the exact date and time so I can start making the arrangements.
I don't know if I can trust you with that information yet.
Why not?
Like I said, John, you're a mercurial man.
Yeah. Alright. I mean, this is what Michael's been wanting.
That's what I'm trying to say is, when you get to the end, you start to realize what's important to you. You know, who really matters to you. And, you know, that leaves you and Mike. The only blood I got left in this world.
Yeah, I gotta say, I'm not really following what you're saying.
Well,
What's he there at the execution?
This whole thing, I don't know if I can take it.
me either. I don't have a choice. You do.
I'm gonna make this real easy for you.
Is
You
what?
wanna get married? Or not?
Yes.
I don't know.
Oh.
If you're really telling me you want to postpone this thing, then I want to cancel it.
Well, guess that's just that.
Sebastian, I'm sorry.
She's trying to save her
I'll
friend.
come get my stuff tomorrow.
She's trying to save her friend from being executed. I think she has a little bit of leeway here. Cut her some slack, Jesus.
Goville. Found you a new celly. As luck would have it, I found him in Psych Ward. You're the only guy with an empty tray, so...
Psych ward.
You got a problem with that? Make eye contact with him.
Okay. Well then. He's not gonna be like Sucre.
How far behind are we?
3 days.
Thought you said the margin for error was 0 days.
I did.
Nah. Okay.
100 yards or so should do it.
Do it.
Go!
He's questioning. Maybe she can get away? Or not.
Please.
Yeah, he would do it. Interesting. Work while he sleeps. Hope you don't wake him up.
What's your problem?
I got a neuroanatomic lesion affecting my reticular activating system.
What does that mean?
It means I don't sleep. At all.
Well, that's a problem. No wonder you were in the psych ward. Jesus. Alright. Oh, joy. Alright, that is that's a problem. That is definitely a problem. And not only is it a problem, but there are more problems that now we have thanks to, the 0 days margin of error. Probably should have thought this out a bit more, which is crazy to say because clearly Michael thought everything out. But I don't know. He hasn't exactly accounted for if things were to go awry, which they have now. So, my eyes. All right. Okie dokie. Let's go ahead and hop into the notes on this one. The first thing I wrote down is toes and rat. So sure enough, they did cut off 2 of his toes, actually, not just 1. They cut off 2 of his toes on his left foot, which, I am so aware of the toes on my left foot now. Oh my gosh. So that's pretty crazy, but Michael didn't talk, and he's not going to rat them out or anything. If anything, you kind of think that was, even though this wasn't the intention, it was kind of a test of trust for Abruzzi. Kind of, because he knows that, well, basically it means he knows that he needs to go about this a different way, you know? Maybe he could use Abruzzi on Haywire. Maybe. Because Haywire is definitely a problem, so. But he didn't talk. I mean, it's like Captain Levi says. If they don't talk after ripping off the first nail, they're not going to talk. And that's the same thing they say here, you know. When the one guy's like, let's cut his entire foot off. Like, that's not going to work. If he didn't talk after getting 2 of his toes cut off, he's not going to talk through pain. So that's pretty interesting. So I like that. We did have the preparations and Sucre. So Sucre was going to be part of the plan, but now he's kind of out. I'm curious if maybe we're going to have to go through a little bit to get him back in, but yeah, I have no idea. I hope so, because, you know, Haywire is definitely a problem. Both Michael and Lincoln said that. So they're going to have to do something about him, definitely. But that's pretty crazy that he doesn't sleep as well, you know? And honestly, yeah, that's why I would imagine that's why he was in the psych ward. He's, you know, sort of a loose cannon, is because he doesn't sleep and it's driven him nuts. So now it's a little strange that they would be able to transfer him into a cell like that if he's been in the psych ward, you know? If he's been in the psych ward, how is it that they can easily just transfer him into a normal cell, you know? I don't know. But, I mean, I don't know. And especially, too, with the warden that we have, like, it seems like that wouldn't be a thing. But then we have the one guy. I don't know the officer's name. The officer that's always there. I'm going to look that up real quick and see. So, here, we do this every episode. We pull up the cast list. So, let me see if I can. Is it Bellick? Is Bellick his name? Yeah, I think so. I think it's Bellick. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong about that, but I think it's Bellick. So, I can understand Bellick. I mean, they did say, though, that, you know, at night, Bellick is basically in charge instead of the Pope. So I guess that could be it. But yeah, you know, with the warden that we've seen, you know, he is a good man, and especially with, you know, the whole thing of Michael helping out with the Taj Mahal and stuff like that. It's like you would think that he wouldn't want someone like Haywire in the same cell as Michael, but who knows? So, but yeah, we no longer have Sucre. We took a chance on him, and it just didn't work out. That is a problem. That since he lost all his conjugals because of a chance, and that's the thing, you know. It's like, yeah, you know, he's trying to escape, but you know, he has 16 months now. The argument I think that needs to be made to him as well: escaping now could actually mend your relationship better than waiting the 16 months, because you know things have already happened, and you're sort of losing her at this point, you know. So maybe for the relationship, it may be better technically to try to escape, but I don't know. So hopefully we'll get Sucre back, and we'll work on, you know, winning him back over. But it makes sense that, you know, that wouldn't go as well as maybe Michael had planned. So I do like that, you know. Which, I mean, these last 2 episodes have definitely been problems that Michael is having to work out, and now this is a very big problem that they don't have Sucre anymore. So yeah. We also had the thing with the mentor. That was very interesting. Now, okay, so I assume... I mean, I don't think, like... I don't know. I'm not really sure, like, what that place was, you know, where they were, like, deciding what LJ was going to do. I wouldn't think it's, like, you know, juvie or anything, but I don't know. I'm not really sure, like, what exactly it is. Just maybe some sort of guidance place, but LJ does need to check in with that lady, you know, once a week on Fridays for an hour, and he's also taking a mentor at Fox River, being his father, which is pretty interesting. So we didn't get a ton of that. You know, when they did meet up, it was just they were just talking about the execution and stuff. But maybe we'll see a bit more of that, of Lincoln being a mentor, I guess. So we'll have to see. And then yeah, we had the whole thing about the cell phone and the soap, which was interesting. Because again, I was thinking, like, okay, where did Michael get this cell phone? You know, but it makes sense that, oh, okay, it was soap that he, I guess he carved into, looking like a, into a cell phone, and then that was the test, basically, which is good, because at first you're like, oh man, Lincoln's gonna rat him out and the plan's not gonna work right, but it was actually a test. But then the issue comes in from that, like, oh no, now everything went according to plan except the outcome of getting Sucre on board. So that was the interesting thing, that's where actually the issue lied. So I did like that little twist of it there. Again, we had Abruzzi and Talk trying to get Michael to talk, and coming to the realization now that if he's going to get, you know, basically the location of Fibonacci, then he's going to need to help Michael as quickly as possible. So that's at least good, that now they're more on the same side, and to make sure that, you know, everything works out for Michael, he had to get rid of Teabag, which is interesting. I'll be curious if we see a bit more of that. But yeah, now Abruzzi and Michael are teamed up, which is pretty interesting. And the good thing is, like, okay, so they need Fibonacci in a month, and luckily it's not going to, you know, they're going to be out of there. If the plan goes well, they are going to be out of there. So that's at least the good thing. But now with these issues, they're really going to have to work on that. So hopefully that does all work out. But we do have them teaming up, so I like that. Let's see. And then as for the other stuff this episode, I mean, we had the stuff with Veronica and Letitia. That was interesting, you know, trying to get the information and stuff, which, yeah, like, as soon as it's like, oh, I'm just going to go out and smoke, it's like, okay, she's gone. Like, this isn't going to work out. Like, no, you need to stay together. Especially, I mean, when she's already concerned about it and she's about to split, probably not a good idea to just bail for a second, you know? Even if she went to another room, you know, to do that, which I suppose begs the question, how did these guys, you know, just get to her with all those people in the building, you know? But still, like, you should probably stay there as long as you can, you know? So I kind of pin that more on her, but also Veronica for not really thinking about it. But basically both of them not thinking that, you know, if you get away for a second, then they could come after you. And sure enough, that's what happened. So it seemed like the Secret Service paid off Crab's debt, and then it seems like they're the ones that are framing Lincoln for the murder of the vice president's brother. Some up with this vice president's brother. So, oh, what year would this be? I wonder. Is it 2005? Really? Wow. Okay, so that would. I mean, assuming then that this does sort of relate to, you know, the real world, then I assume it's like a real president. So 2005 would be Bush, which would make the vice president, I guess, Dick Cheney. So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe they'll show later. I guess they just haven't confirmed that yet. So, I suppose it's entirely possible that they have their own like fake president in the story that they'll show later or something. So, yeah, I don't know. But but we are getting a tad bit more information on the whole setup with Lincoln. And again, we want to know, like, okay, why would they do this? Why would they set him up? Obviously they needed to kill the vice president's brother, but why choose Lincoln specifically as a fall guy? I don't know. It's just very interesting. We also had the issue between Veronica and her fiance, which, I mean, they didn't really... I don't know. I feel like they were just fine before, and then she misses one thing, and suddenly he's like, oh, you don't want to get married. And it's like... And look, like, I kind of get it, I guess, but at the same time, it's like, she is trying to see if she can save, one of her best friends. Maybe this guy's thinking because they used to be a couple, Lincoln and Veronica, because they used to be a couple, maybe that's what he's thinking, but, I mean, dude, she's trying to save this guy. Trying to save Lincoln's life. I think you could cut her a little bit of slack, So, I thought that was interesting, that he's just immediately like, oh, well, we should just cancel. We're done. It's like, well, all right then. Jeez, that was crazy. So, and then other than that, I mean, the last thing I wrote down was problems being haywire, which is pretty interesting. Just that whole thing of like, okay, we don't have Sucre. That's a problem. We're 3 days behind, which we can't be any days behind. And now we have to deal with this guy who doesn't sleep. So Michael can't, do his work while he's sleeping. And yeah, it's just all very difficult, isn't it? So I don't know. It's going to be tricky. I'll be curious to see how they can try to get out of this. If we're going to bring back Sucre, or if we're going to have to do something else. I don't know. But, yeah, good episode. Really, really enjoyed it, and I'm curious to see where we are going next time. So, with all that being said, I'm Alex from 7th Hour Films, and I will see you guys next time. Take care. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. If you want to watch more of my Prison Break reactions, you can click on the playlist, you can subscribe if you haven't done that already, and be sure to hit that notification bell. You can support me on Patreon and follow me on social media, links below in the description. See you guys later.